ASMR Magical Tools. Hi, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. I have a really wonderful deck that I'm going to be using for these readings. This is for the week of September 13th through the 19th. I recently got my Kickstarter deck, the Moon Baby Tarot. Very creative person named Brant Palazzo has updated the hoi polloi deck from the 1970s. I had often eyed listings for the hoi polloi deck. It was a standard in the 1970s, much like the other deck I use, the Aquarian Tarot. However, there are certain drawbacks to paying hundreds of dollars for 50-year-old pieces of paper. So I am incredibly thrilled to have my own copy of this deck. I will see if there's any information about purchasing the deck. I recommend searching it online. I'm sure they will be doing additional printings from this initial Kickstarter offering, but I'm not sure what to link to yet. So let's talk about how to get the maximum benefit out of these readings. Some of you choose to watch sun, moon, and rising placements, and I'm sure that you know which of those resonate the most strongly for you. I also recommend that if you, for example, want to know more about your love life, you can check your Venus placement reading. If you want to know more about communication, you can check your Mercury placement. And if you want to know more about abundance in your life, you could check your Jupiter placement, or you could also check your 10th house placement. And remember that anywhere between the 1st and 12th houses, all of the astrological signs will be covered in your natal chart. If you practice different kinds of planetary magic also, you might wish to listen to the astrological sign relating to the placement of that planet. Plan for your working and see if any messages come through. Let's begin. Aries, welcome back. Aries, we have a very interesting start to your reading this week. We have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is about looking forward, looking ahead, planning your next move. We also have the Moon card showing up in the reverse. A treachery could be revealed. It could also be that you are coming out of a very dark period in your life and are planning what is going to come next. The Two of Wands being revelation at the end of this dark night of the soul. We also have the Ace of Cups. This can be emotional renewal. It can be filling of your emotional cup. This can also signal new relationships. It's very interesting that we have this one fire sign card with the Two of Wands. And then we do have two water sign cards with this Ace of Cups and the Moon in reverse. The next two cards that we have for your reading this week, Aries, are the Four of Pentacles and the Lover's card. And both of these cards are coming out reversed for you this week. This Lover's card could represent a choice that either you waited too long to make, or you didn't really have a say in it. It could also be the ending of a relationship, or perhaps stagnation in a partnership before it reaches the point of a relationship. This Four of Pentacles in the reverse is about holding on to your resources. It can mean not saving money for the future, certainly, but especially because we have a lot of water placement cards already have come out, and we also have this Lover's card here in the reverse. It can signal holding on to a relationship too tightly, or inversely, not holding on tightly enough. And only you will know which of those scenarios applies. And the last card I have for your reading this week is the Eight of Wands. So now we have a progression from this Two of Wands energy into this Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is a swift ending. It is not necessarily a painful ending, nor is it necessarily a finite ending. The Eight of Wands has to do with closure in situations, and especially where we have this moon coming out in the reverse in the early part of your reading. I think you will be seeing closure specifically for that situation. It also looks like these two cards, the Lover's card and the Four of Pentacles, could be describing the situation of the Moon card reversed. Finally, I'm going to be calling out my Lunar Cycles deck. It's the Lunacy expansion pack. Should I put these on Poshmark? Let me know down in the comments. I also have a website where I sell decks and readings and such. And the card that you get this week, Aries, is the Waning Crescent. So, during the week of September 13th through the 19th, we will be leading up to the full moon on Monday, September 20th. The next waning crescent will be in the period of the early days of October, because the next new moon is going to be on Wednesday, October 6th. Thank you for joining me, Aries, for your reading. If you enjoyed it, please let me know down in the comments. I also appreciate your likes and your channel subscriptions. And I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Hi, Taurus. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. To start off your reading this week, we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is a victory for you, hard won. For you, Taurus, it is leading to the star. This is about hopes and dreams coming true, and can also be about putting yourself into the spotlight. The star is the card of Aquarius. So think also about the planets Jupiter and Saturn, which we have retrograde in Aquarius right now. We also have the Ace of Pentacles coming out for you here, Taurus, which speaks to a new financial beginning. The Ace of Pentacles can be a new job, but it could also be a raise at your current job with added responsibilities which are new. It could also be you as an entrepreneur striking out on your own in a very successful venture, but just the very beginning of that. Next, we have the Five of Cups reversed, and we also have Leo's card, the Strength card, coming out. It's possible that you are getting over a disappointment of some kind. As I mentioned, this Five of Swords can be a very hard-won victory. There could have been a lot of harshness associated with that time for you. But with your strength and also your perseverance, because remember, Leo and Taurus might be square to one another, but that is because they are both fixed signs and both capable of great endurance. With that strength, you are overcoming this disappointment. And the last tarot card for your reading this week is the Nine of Pentacles. This, to me, speaks to a very quick progression of this money situation spoken of by the Ace of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is all about financial stability, which, as a Taurus, I'm sure interests you greatly. The woman on this card does live a life of comfort and leisure. Taurus, I am also going to draw a lunar cycle card for you from this deck. Please comment down below if you would like the opportunity to purchase a deck like this. I've set up my Poshmark store now, and I also have a website. For you, Taurus, I'm getting the last quarter moon. So with the last quarter moon, you are looking at a waning of the moon toward the new moon. There is an ebbing of energies and resources associated with this sometimes. But it is an excellent energy for pushing bad habits, things out of your life that no longer serve you, anything that you see decrease as a good thing. This last quarter moon is an excellent time to push those things out of your life. Here on this Five of Swords card, notice that there are two figures in the background walking away, and that this figure in the foreground gets to keep all of the swords. The next time we will have a last quarter moon is going to be on Tuesday, September 28th. And the moon will be in Cancer in the 8th lunar mansion of Al-Nathra, the nose of the Great Lion, because of course the constellations have changed quite a bit since that time. This has to do with numinous support, so very much involved in the pentacles there. Victorious energies, alliance, and conquest, as we saw in the Five of Swords. This forecast, do remember, is for the week of September 13th through the 19th, though often scenarios don't get wrapped up in a nice little bow at the end of the week, so that's why I project the energies outward the way that I do. Thank you so much for joining me, Taurus. If you enjoyed this reading, please let me know down in the comments. Your likes and your channel subscriptions are also greatly appreciated. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Hello, Gemini. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. We have an interesting progression here in the first three cards of your reading, starting with the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles can be an earth sign person, but can also represent someone who's very stable financially, but not very forthcoming about their financial position. The Queen of Pentacles has a very similar energy to the Nine of Pentacles, and it does speak to financial stability and security. The next card, however, is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is a departure. Now, this could be a departure from the Queen of Pentacles energy, but it could also be striving for that energy. Now, we don't have the Queen of Pentacles showing up reversed. We have the Queen of Pentacles showing up in the upright. This Eight of Cups could represent you walking away from a lucrative job in favor of something else. The Queen of Pentacles, as I mentioned before, could represent an earth sign person, and this could represent you walking away from them, especially if they are a contributor to your financial security. Because the next card that we have coming out in the reading is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is an offer. It can be an offer of love, but remember too that the fish in cartomancy, in the Lenormand specifically, but this applies a bit to the tarot also. Fish can represent money. So this Page of Cups could also be a job offer or an offer of some kind of money. And it looks like that is luring you away from this Queen of Pentacles situation. The next two cards in your reading, Gemini, are very interesting. We have two major arcana cards, the Temperance card and the World card. And both of these are coming out reversed. Now, the Temperance card, this is Sagittarius's card. The Temperance card is about elevation of the self through mastery, practice of one's craft, and the balance and moderation that one is able to achieve through that personal mastery. Because the card is showing up here in the reverse, it could be that you had abandoned a field of study or some other practice in favor of this departure with the Eight of Cups. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. Remember that the Eight of Cups card represents a project which is almost complete. This is not like the Six of Swords, where you are heading out on a journey. You are certainly leaving things behind, but the implication being that mostly burdens are left behind with the Six of Swords. However, with the Eight of Cups, you're one cup short of the wish fulfillment that comes with the Nine of Cups, showing that you have things that are almost perfect in this situation. But if it's not the right path for you, then it's important for you to change your course. The World card is a card of completion. You can see that she is dancing here, and her dance is what causes the world to spin. In the corners of the card, in the corners, here, 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 and here, we have the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac. We have Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and the eagle is an alternate animal symbol for Scorpio. This harkens also to the 4 corners of the earth. So this card, coming out reversed, shows that this, whatever this is that you're walking away from, has not only brought mastery and balance into your life, but it was very nearly complete. It could make it kind of a scary change for you, Gemini, but Gemini, the mutable air sign, I'm sure you are more than up to the task. And indeed, the last tarot card I will be pulling for you for this week is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is about emotional fulfillment rather than the financial fulfillment you achieve with the Queen of Pentacles. And it makes sense that if you had these 8 cups already and someone were offering you another cup, you would leave in favor of that other cup. I'm also going to pull for you a lunar cycle card. This is my own personal lunacy expansion deck, and it's just the moon cycles. Let me know down in the comments if I should make this available for sale. I've set up my Poshmark account, and I also have a website already where you can purchase readings and my Lenormand deck. And the card that I'm getting for you at this time is the waning gibbous moon. Now, this is going to be for the week of September 13th through the 19th. The energy of the waning gibbous moon is fruit that is just past the peak of ripeness. Still very delicious, still perfect for your compotes and your smoothies, but it's a little bit more than ripe. You're a little bit past the peak of that full moon, which can be very good for certain tasks. It's about working within the cycles too, and bringing energies through your life. The waning gibbous is the follow through of that full moon. So that extra little oomph, that push of energy that you put in right at the last minute to get the full effect out of that full moon energy. Our next full moon is going to be on Monday, September 20th. So that waning gibbous moon is going to be throughout that next week. After the full moon. So, not too long after this current week of the September 13th through the 19th, will you possibly see a culmination of these events. Gemini, thank you so much for joining me for your reading this week. If you enjoyed it, please let me know down in the comments. Your likes and your channel subscriptions are also greatly appreciated. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Cancer. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me, Cancer. We're starting off your reading this week with an abundance of fire energy. We have the King of Wands. This is somebody who rules through charisma. Somebody who possibly has a high-ranking position in a creative field. We have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is about something that you have put out into the world, paying off dividends to you. You put the energy out there, and now it is returning to you, possibly threefold. We also have the Six of Wands reversed. Now, this is a very interesting spread so far, in that I can see great power and influence, especially when it comes to creative matters here. We do have some payoff coming in for you, but perhaps half of the victory you were expecting at this time, because 3, of course, being half of 6, and this 6 of Wands being about a victory, literally resting on one's laurels. The next 2 cards we have for you here are the Judgment card and the 9 of Swords in the reverse. Now, the 9 of Swords can be about anxiety and worry. And when it shows up in the reverse like this, I take that to mean that you are putting anxieties and worries behind you. We do have this Judgment card showing up in the reverse also. The alleviation of your anxieties could be coming as a result of no longer being in a place where people are judging you constantly. The Judgment card could also represent a test, that you have been tested, and whether you have passed or failed, that test is now behind you. The rapture has happened, and you either have shorter lines at the grocery store, or you have been spirited away to your greater rewards. And the last tarot card for you this week is the Hierophant in the reverse. The Hierophant sometimes speaks of marriage, so for some of you, this may be the dissolution of a marriage or an engagement. However, that is not necessarily the case. And of course, because this 9 of Swords has come out in the reverse, showing an end to anxieties, if that is the case, it will be for your benefit. The Hierophant can also represent the status quo. And because we already had this innovative thinker, creative and active energy of the King of Wands come out, the King of Wands and the Hierophant can in some ways be at odds with each other. So for the King of Wands to win out shows that your iconoclastic thinking may be going against many aspects of the status quo. My only caveat for that would be that the Hierophant can also represent morals and upright spirituality. Don't be tempted to throw the baby out with the bathwater on that one. overall for your reading this week, Cancer. I think you will come away being able to do very much what you desire to do this week. It might not be quite as big as you had hoped, but it's also going to end up not being as stressful and not putting you directly in the line of fire. And now I'm going to draw for you a lunar cycle card from my Lunacy expansion deck. If you would be interested in purchasing a deck like this, please let me know down in the comments. I have set up my Poshmark store, and I do also have a website where I sell my Lenormand deck, and I also sell video readings there. Cancer, your lunar cycle energy for the reading this week is the waxing crescent. So this is immediately following the new moon. New moon, new moon, new moon. The next new moon is going to be on October 6th. Because this reading, of course, is for September 13th through the 19th. So the waxing crescent is going to be occurring during the rest of that week, between the 7th and the 10th. The new moon, new moon, new moon, new moon, is the low tide energy, the ebb of your energy levels, and the ebb also possibly of resources. So that this waxing crescent represents a time when energy starts to flow back in toward its culmination as the full moon. This is the time just after that new moon. It's a very fresh time. It's almost like right after the molt, when the skin is very tender and new. There are benefits to this time, certainly. There's a freshness to it. There's a purification still remaining from that new moon energy cycle. And I trust you will be able to capitalize on it as you strive to subvert the dominant paradigm. Cancer, thank you so much for joining me this week. If you enjoyed this reading, please let me know down in the comments. Your likes and your subscriptions to my channel are also greatly appreciated. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Hello, Leo. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We have a lot of air energy kicking off your reading this week. We also have the Hanged Man, which is element of water, and the planet Neptune. The Hanged Man speaks to a feeling of stuckness, being trapped between two worlds, perhaps. This can be feeling like you're in a period of stasis, or it could be feeling like you are having to sacrifice something for the greater good of a situation. Interestingly enough, we have here the Knight of Swords driving action, and the Six of Swords, a departure. So, in some ways, you are quite stuck. But in other ways, I see a lot of movement here. The Knight of Swords can be action toward justice as well. So it could be that there is some kind of inequality in a situation for you, which is about to be righted. There is also, with this Six of Swords, some kind of journey forward. The swords, you see, they are piercing the boat. And this can speak to your emotional baggage that you can be carrying with you. The Six of Swords, of course, is an air sign card, so not the same kind of emotional trauma that we see with cups. But this could be memories from the past of situations. And I invite you not to bring those concerns with you into future situations. We have here the Four of Wands and the Two of Cups in the reverse. This speaks to the possible dissolution of a marriage. This can also be the ending of a business contract. The Four of Wands is about celebration. But in the reverse like this, it is a celebration which has been deferred or rescheduled or canceled. The Four of Wands is considered 11-11 energy. And in the reverse like this, it might be looking at your clock at 11:10 and then seeing it again at 11:12. It could be a missed opportunity. But it could also just mean that certain opportunities are being delayed at this time. Especially with this Hanged Man energy here. And the last tarot card for your reading this week, Leo, is the Queen of Swords. Everything will be put right when you speak your truth. And I feel like we have these two strong allies here. Now, these could be people in your life who are standing up for you. The Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords could also represent your own journey when it comes to speaking your truth about situations in your own life. This energy of the Knight of Swords is fire of air energy. So, having a hot head, perhaps, about issues related to justice. The Queen of Swords, however, has a much cooler temperament and is water of air energy. And she knows how to drive situations, not only to promote her own truth, but for her own benefit. When she comes out reversed, you can be dealing with someone who is very manipulative. But when she comes out upright like this, she is speaking the truth, she is speaking it clearly, and heads will roll if she does not get her point across. I'm also going to pull one of these lunar cycle cards. This is the Lunacy expansion deck, which is a deck I have created. If you are interested in having it available for sale, let me know down in the comments. I just set up my Poshmark store, and I also have a website where I sell video readings, and I also have a Lenormand deck for sale up there. The card that I'm getting for you this week is the Waxing Crescent. This is the energy of a fresh molt. After the ebb, the low tide of the new moon comes in the very first peak at the next cycle of lunar energy with the waxing crescent. Our next new moon is going to be on October the 6th. And that waxing crescent will occur between the 7th and the 10th of October. Think of that waxing crescent as a nice exfoliation when you feel freshly peeled. It can be a very rejuvenated time. Leo, thank you so much for joining me this week for your tarot reading. If you enjoyed it, please let me know down in the comments. Your likes and your channel subscriptions are also greatly appreciated. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Hello, Virgo. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. We have some strong fire energy coming out for you early in this reading. We have the Five of Pentacles also. This Five of Pentacles represents feeling left out in the cold in a situation. You can see that these two people are very down on their luck. Fives are a very difficult energy, kind of a harsh energy within the tarot. And the Five of Pentacles is no exception. We have the Ace of Wands coming out in the reverse. This could be about infertility. It could also be about a creative project which hasn't gotten off the ground, or feeling powerless in a certain situation. We also have the Queen of Wands here. The Queen of Wands is coming out here in the upright. Now, this could be you in this situation, or it could represent someone who is an ally to you. This could be a fire sign person, but the predominant energy of the Queen of Wands is somebody who lights up a room when they walk into it. Somebody charismatic and an excellent conversationalist. The next two cards that we have for your reading, Virgo, are the Two of Pentacles and the Emperor, both coming out reversed. The Two of Pentacles, here reversed, is about a lack of balance. And because we have the Emperor coming out also in the reverse, it seems like a lack of balance between you and someone who might be in a position of power. It looks as though this person could be treating you very harshly at this time. Or it could just be that there is a lack of justice there. And the last tarot card that I have for your reading this week is the Fool, showing up in the upright. The Fool is the beginning of the journey through the major arcana of the tarot. He invites you to progress forward as though you've never been hurt before, without a care in the world. His little companion, this little white dog down here, is warning him about the cliff he is about to step off. But even we cannot see whether or not this is truly a precipice, or whether the next level of ground is right below the edge of the card. The sun is shining down upon him, and he has a beautiful white flower representing purity, which he is holding in one hand. I think everything that is holding you back from this Ace of Wands moving forward is the fear. Whether this Emperor represents someone who is treating you harshly, or represents your own inner monologue, beating you down. That is creating your imbalance. And the Fool is inviting you, the glorious Queen of Wands, to step away from that into a brand new beginning. I will also be drawing for you a lunar cycle card. This is the Lunacy expansion deck. If this is something you would be interested in having available for purchase, let me know down in the comments. I have my own website where I sell video readings, and I also sell a Lenormand deck that I designed. And I did set up my Poshmark account. Virgo, the card that I'm getting for you this week is Waxing Gibbous Moon. This is the moon immediately preceding the full moon, when it is almost at its brightest point in the lunar cycle. This is a time of great promise. It is a time of great fertility and fecundity. It is an excellent time to finalize any spell work you might be doing for finances, wealth expansion, and any other areas of your life where you desire to see increase. The waxing gibbous moon will be occurring within the week of September 13th through the 19th. So these events are coming for you very soon, because the next full moon is going to be on Monday, September 20th. Monday, September 20th. That is going to be a full moon in Pisces, and early the morning of September 20th, the moon and Neptune retrograde will be conjunct, which is a very fruitful time for any psychic expansion that you wish to have occur. Pisces is also good for endings. Virgo, thank you so much for joining me for your tarot reading this week. If you enjoyed it, if it resonated with you, please let me know down in the comments. Your likes and your channel subscriptions are also greatly appreciated. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Hello, Libra. Libra, 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 Libra. Welcome back. Very interesting beginning to your spread this week. We have the 10 of Wands. This can be about burdens. It can also be about oppression. We also have the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords can have to do with betrayals, treachery, and dishonesty. You see that he is stealing 5 of the 7 swords here. And if we look at these two cards together, it looks very much like this person over here is oblivious to what this person is doing. But this person is watching this person very intently. We also have the sun coming out here. The sun speaks to success, triumph, a wonderful life, everything good in this world. So that even though you have burdens, and perhaps people are dealing with you in an underhanded way, for the most part, everything is going very well. Perhaps this Ten of Wands and Seven of Swords are presented as a caveat that perhaps you are carrying more burdens than are actually necessary and allowing people to take advantage of you. Here we have two court cards. Court cards. We have the Page of Wands and the King of Swords, and they're both showing up in the reverse. It's very interesting. Excuse me. Considering that we had the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Wands come out previously. This King of Swords could be somebody who is dealing with you in an underhanded manner. Air of air energy with the King of Swords. This would not be the kind of emotionally driven manipulation you might see with a King of Cups reversed, but rather a manipulation driven by bureaucracy. The kind of manipulation that can be exacted through red tape and in boardrooms using numbers and figures. That kind of underhanded deception. The Page of Wands is all of the energy of youth, but also all the experience of youth. Young people, especially those who have been raised in a very naive way, have a tendency to be too trusting. This Page of Wands person could be a fire sign, but this could represent your energy in this situation, Libra. That people are able to take advantage of you because you're very energetic, but you're also somewhat naive in this situation. I have a very beautiful resolution to the tarot portion of your reading this week, which is you, Libra, showing up in your own reading as the Justice card upright. Whatever imbalance currently exists in this situation will certainly be corrected. Libra, now I'm going to draw for you a lunar cycle card from the Lunacy expansion deck. If this is something that you might be interested in having available for purchase, please let me know down in the comments. I have a website where I sell video readings, and I also sell a Lenormand deck, which I designed. And I did set up my Poshmark store. Libra, the moon cycle card I have for you this week is Waxing Crescent. Waxing the waxing crescent occurs just on the other side of the new moon. Now, we did have one new moon on September 6th, I believe. And the next new moon will be I'm so sorry about my stomach. The next new moon will be on October 6th, and it will be the day on which Pluto goes direct. The waxing crescent then will be occurring throughout the rest of that week, October 7th through the 10th. And that may be the time frame. That may mark the time frame in which you see a resolution to this situation, Libra. This waxing crescent energy is a very freshly peeled sort of an energy. It is very similar to the fresh energy of youth, such as we would see with the Page of Wands. Use it to your advantage. But don't allow others to take advantage of you. It is your advantage to be had. Libra, thank you so much for joining me for your reading this week. If you enjoyed it, please let me know down in the comments. Your likes and your channel subscriptions are also greatly appreciated. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Hello, Scorpio. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. Scorpio, starting out your reading this week, we have the Ten of Cups reverse. It looks as though you had almost reached the pinnacle of happiness. But something was incomplete. We also have the Tower here. Some kind of cataclysmic change. The Tower can be very destructive in a person's life and might have come as quite a shock to you. However, I see you taking firm control in this situation with the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is an air sign card. It represents new beginnings. And unlike the Tower card, it can demonstrate on the part of the querent a certain command over affecting change in current situations. next cards that I have for you this week, Scorpio, are the Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles shows that money is going to be coming in quickly for you this week. Money will come in very quickly for you this week. The Five of Wands shows a lot of competition and rivalry. So that if this is a workplace situation, it could be kind of a high-stakes competitive game that you are playing. And the final card that I have for the tarot portion of your reading this week is the Six of Cups reversed. Now, the Six of Cups can be things returning from the past. So where we see the Six of Cups reversed here, it is reminding you to look to the future and not to the past. Not to worry any longer about this situation. And likewise, not to dwell too long on what could have been and never was. Scorpio, I'm also going to draw for you a lunar cycle card. This is the Lunacy expansion deck, and it's just the lunar cycles. If this is something that you would be interested in having available for purchase, please let me know down in the comments. I have set up my Poshmark store, and I also have a website where I currently sell my Lenormand deck as well as video readings. The lunar cycle that I have for you this week is the new moon, Scorpio. This is the dark of the lunar cycle, the absolute nadir of the lunar energies. It is a time of great renewal, and it is the culmination of the moon's shedding its light. There are times when everything must be stripped away in order to lay the foundations for a much better future. Scorpio, thank you so much for joining me this week. If you enjoyed this reading, please let me know down in the comments. Your likes and your channel subscriptions are also greatly appreciated. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Sagittarius, for you this week, we're starting out with the Page of Swords. Page of Swords could be a spy, could be an air sign person who is much younger or less mature. But the Page of Swords could also be you, Sagittarius, on a fact-finding mission this week. We have the Seven of Cups, and we also have the Four of Swords. You are taking possibly a period of rest to evaluate all of the different options that are open to you over here with this Seven of Swords energy. Seven of Cups energy. You can see that in each of these individual cups, there are different things available. Some of them are good and some of them are not great. This could be a period of evaluation for you, Sagittarius. We have the culmination of a financial cycle here for you with the Ten of Pentacles. And I think it will not take you too long to evaluate all of these options and discern the best one. We have the Hermit card coming out here in reverse, showing that after this period of evaluation, you will be coming out of your seclusion and reaping the full benefit of this Ten of Pentacles success. Very much in conjunction with this Hermit card in the reverse, we have the Nine of Wands here also coming out in the reverse. The Nine of Wands is a very defensive energy, defending the boundaries of your territory. Now, where we have this card coming out in the reverse, and as the final tarot card in your reading, the events of this week could very well culminate in you letting down some of your defenses, becoming less defensive regarding certain situations in your life. Because this possibility with the Ten of Pentacles possibly has opened up for you. I'm going to be pulling a lunar cycle card for you now to give us an idea of the energy and also possibly time frame. Readings, of course, have to do with past, present, and future energies. So even though this is for the week of September 13th through 19th, the events probably will not be constrained to a 1-week period. If you would like to see these cards available for purchase, please let me know down in the comments. I do have a website where I sell video readings, and I also have available a Lenormand deck, which I have designed. I did also just set up my Poshmark account for sales. The card I've drawn for you this week, Sagittarius, is the last quarter moon. The last quarter moon is the perfect time to set up any ritual spell work that you will be working on leading up to the new moon. Our next new moon is going to be on October 6th. So leading up to this, September 29th through October 5th will be the period. September 28th will be the last quarter moon proper, and that will be in the sign of Cancer. That will be the 8th lunar mansion of Al-Nathra, which has to do with numinous support, where we have this 10 of Pentacles. Has to do with victorious energies, alliance, and conquest. This period is an excellent time to shed anything which is no longer serving you. Crossing off any of these items that perhaps you don't want. Sagittarius, thank you so much for joining me for your tarot reading this week. If you enjoyed it, please let me know down in the comments. Your likes and your channel subscriptions are also greatly appreciated. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Hello, Capricorn. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Capricorn, starting out your reading this week, we have the King of Pentacles showing up in the reverse. The King of Pentacles can have some very fixed ideas about money, and as evidenced by the fixed sign of Taurus appearing here on his throne, there could be ideas and situations holding you back because of your perceptions about them regarding finances. We have the Six of Pentacles here also. As you can see, this card has to do with loaning money. You might have some ideas about loaning money that are holding you back. Perhaps you have lent too much money and have not yet received it back again. Or perhaps you are hesitant to take part in certain speculation, such as different currency markets or the stock market. And that is holding you back from the complete success that you desire. We do have the Empress coming out here for you this week. Now, the Empress is very fertile energy. So you can see she has a Venus here, right next to her, the planet of love, beauty, and also of good fortune and finance. The Empress could be a potential romantic partner also. Or a mother. It is possible that you have lent money to a romantic partner or to your mother and have not received the money back again yet. We have the Three of Pentacles coming out in the reverse, and we have the Ten of Swords appearing here upright. Now, the Ten of Swords, of course, is an ending. It could be a very painful ending, although that's not always the case. The Three of Pentacles could be the end of a group project. It could have to do with your professional reputation becoming tarnished also. Depending on this situation, having you feeling like the King of Pentacles reversed. That could be something which affects your professional reputation. Capricorn, the last tarot card that I will be drawing for you for the week ahead is the High Priestess. And she is showing up here in the reverse. It could be that this week, September 13th through 19th, there are still secrets which have yet to be revealed to you. Keep in mind, too, that the High Priestess is a step backward in the progression through the major arcana from the Empress card. That perhaps this very fertile energy which you had experienced in the past is not necessarily being blocked by something that you can see. The High Priestess in the reverse can also represent these secrets being revealed. She represents the veil between the two worlds, straddling that divide. The High Priestess is a lunar energy. I will be drawing also for you a lunar cycle card. This will give somewhat of a timeline of when these events may end up culminating, because of course not everything gets wrapped up by the end of an episode like in your favorite sitcom. If you would like to see these cards for sale, let me know down in the comments. I do have a website where I offer a Lenormand deck that I designed, and I also offer video readings. The lunar energy for your reading this week is the waxing crescent. And this energy comes right after the new moon. It is a very freshly peeled kind of an energy, and quite a few signs this week have gotten this waxing crescent energy. So I can already tell you that the next new moon will be on October 6th, and that October 7th through the 10th will be the period of the waxing crescent. The new moon is a very purifying energy. It carries everything away. It is the ebbing of the moon's light to its darkest point. On just the other side of that, when we start to see the tiniest sliver crawl back over its surface, is the waxing crescent. This could very well also mark an increase in your finances. If this King of Pentacles represents a nadir for you, in that he is reversed, I don't think that you are going through economic hardship right now. But I do think that you could be headed towards a much more promising financial future. Capricorn, thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed your tarot reading this week, please let me know down in the comments. Your likes and channel subscriptions are also greatly appreciated. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Aquarius, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. We have some rather watery energies for you to start out the reading. We have the Knight of Cups. This is urging you to listen to your heart and think with your gut, your emotional impulses. This will be important because I see here with the Four of Cups that you have a few different options open to you at this time, and perhaps have not selected one just yet. We also have the Chariot. The Chariot is an excellent card. It is a card of success, a card of victory, and furthermore, a card of mobility. This movement also precipitated here by the Knight of Cups. So lots of fluidity and lots of movement for you in the week ahead. And a victory. We also have the Wheel of Fortune and the Magician the Magician being mercurial energy. Now, it does look as though fortune is turning in your favor. In your favor. And in addition to that, with the Magician here, you will be able to capitalize on this opportunity to manifest that which you have always desired. Furthermore, the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune are two very strong positive influences from the major arcana, following up this other strong positive major arcana influence of the Chariot for you this week, Aquarius. Really beautiful reading so far. The final card that I have for your reading this week, Aquarius, is the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is all about success in your career. This is long-term career goals being met, hard work paying off, and overall, a very successful card. I am going to pull for you a lunar cycle card. This is the Lunacy expansion deck. If this is something that you would like to see available for sale, let me know down in the comments. I do have a website where I sell video readings, and I also have available for sale my Lenormand deck that I designed. And I also have a Poshmark store now. I'm sorry if that was loud. So, this hasn't happened yet, but I had some fast flyers. There are a lot of energies around you this week. So, I did get waxing crescent flew out, but I got the full moon twice. Full moon twice. Now, one of our full moons is going to occur on Monday, September 20th. So that would be the first full moon. The second full moon will be Wednesday, October 20th. And that second full moon is going to be in the sign of Aries. Now, the waxing crescent period. I've been calling this the freshly peeled time. The new moon is a very purifying energy. And so, on just the other side of that absolute nadir of the moon's light, we have a period of freshness when new things start to come in again and the new light starts to creep back in around the edges of the moon. It is the period in which you can start planning your growth. It looks to me like these events will take some time to unfold, and certainly will not come with the full moon of next week, but rather probably the next full moon cycle at least. All right, Aquarius. Well, thank you so much for joining me for your tarot reading this week. If you enjoyed this reading, please let me know down in the comments. Your likes and your channel subscriptions are also greatly appreciated. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Hello, Pisces. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. Pisces. Starting out your reading this week, we do have the Three of Swords. It's a very interesting energy to be getting. I see a certain amount of conflict here because we have not only the Three of Swords, but also the Seven of Wands. That you have achieved something, but it has made you a target for scrutiny and conflict. And I can see that you have achieved something because we have the Nine of Cups here, a card of wish fulfillment. And you notice here on this card that this figure has all of these cups on this shelf, like trophies above his head, so that from the outside, people are able to see your level of accomplishment, Pisces, and thus it might have made you a target. This is certainly not my way of saying that you should hide your light. I certainly don't believe in that kind of behavior. We have the Page of Pentacles here and the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords represents a choice for you, Pisces. And this Page of Pentacles could represent a job offer. It would be maybe not an entry-level position, but it would be a starting out kind of a job. And you will have the opportunity to decide if this might be a good opportunity for you. We also have a backwards progression from this Three of Swords. Now you are contemplating two of those swords. Choosing something that might take you away from that conflict. The final card for the tarot portion of your reading this week is the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is a very close-knit friend group. These are tight alliances, your ride or die friends. Now, it might not be the same as the Nine of Cups that you've had before, but look how disconnected this figure is from these accomplishments. I feel like, Pisces, that it's possible you might be choosing a situation where you keep your friends much closer to your heart. And it could have to do with a change of job. I will now be pulling a lunar cycle card for you, Pisces. This is the Lunacy Expansion deck. It's a deck I have created, and if you would like to see it for sale, let me know down in the comments. I do have a website where I sell video readings, and I also have for sale a Lenormand deck that I've designed. I also just set up my Poshmark shop. And the lunar cycle card that I have pulled for you this week is the full moon. Now, there will be a full moon on Monday, September 20th. And I believe, yes, the full moon on Monday, September 20th, will be the full moon in the sign of Pisces. So it's very possible that all of these things could be culminating for you around that time. The full moon is a moon of the greatest expansion. It is picking fruit at the peak of its ripeness and juiciness. If you are working toward an expansion of any kind, whether it is finances or love or any other of those things, you want to use the energy leading up to the full moon and then have the full moon be the culmination of those workings. Because this is the full moon this year in your sign, it would be an excellent time for you personally, Pisces, to tap into those energies as they can benefit you the utmost. Now, I also want to mention that the full moon, right before its opposition with the sun. That's what makes it look so bright. It is reflecting to the fullest extent the light of the sun. Early that morning, that moon is going to be conjunct Neptune, also in the sign of Pisces. And Neptune at this time is retrograde. And this is crucial because the moon and Neptune are two octaves of the same note, and so can be utilized in similar ways. So if you have any magical working planned, I hope you will keep these things in mind. Pisces, thank you so much for joining me for your reading this week. If you enjoyed it, please let me know down in the comments. Your likes and your channel subscriptions are also greatly appreciated. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you again very soon.